Welcome and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who is joining us virtually for this year's 2021 Napatech Capital Markets Day. I'm Lars Boilesen, Chairman of the Board, and on behalf of the Board, the management and the entire Napatech company, I'm very excited that you're joining here today. The global pandemic has had a big impact on our lives the last year, and this event is no different. Despite it's unfortunately we can meet person to person here in Oslo, it also creates opportunity to hold the event virtually. We have an impressive list of speakers from around the world, and we have more global investors and more global press than we have had in the previous years. We are looking forward to sharing with you our insights around opportunities in the network and communication industry. A combination of monumental changes from cloud networking, 5G mobile, and the IoT have created once-in-a-generation opportunity for companies operating this space like Napatech. We have assembled an impressive list of speakers today to share these valuable insights, including key members of the Napatech leadership team. We are also honored to have friends and key partners on the agenda today from leading global companies, Intel and Omdia Research. What you will learn today is that the way people are building, managing and operating their networks has radically changed, creating incredible new opportunities for IT organizations of every size to reimagine their businesses. As these trends relate to Napatech, Napatech pioneered the use of a technology called Field Programmable Gate Arrays, FPGAs, as an underlying technology in their SmartNIC products and solutions. They have built a solid business based on early adopters of this technology at Tier 1 network and security OEMs. As a result of these major market trends, the use of programmable SmartNIC based on FPGAs has become pervasive and are widely available to more users and applications in many more network types and locations. Here now, Napatech is well positioned to seize upon these new, large and fast-growing markets with their FPGA-based SmartNIC software and hardware solutions. As chairman, I'm very familiar with the number and the size of opportunities in front of Napatech, and I'm confident you will be inspired by what you learn today.
Hello, I'm Howard Bubb, a member of the board of directors of Napatech. I've been in the networking, communications, computing, and semiconductor industries for over 40 years, in various executive positions at large, well-known companies like Intel and United Technologies, as well as CEO of high-growth companies such as Dialogic and Netronome. I've been a director at Napatech for almost 5 years, and I believe the focus of this unique tech company is more relevant than ever. Napatech was one of the earliest pioneers in the use of FPGA technology to make faster, smarter, better network interfaces. Today, the market has evolved such that SmartNiCs, as they're now known, like the ones Napatech is delivering, are increasingly at the core of the largest data centers and the 5G network. SmartNiCs perform critical functions to increase network speeds to 100 gig and beyond. They reduce latency for e-commerce and financial services. They virtualize the network edge, and they do all of this while offloading the CPU, thereby reducing the cost per transaction. Napatech is a unique, growing technology business within a market that includes some of the largest tech companies in Silicon Valley. Among these are Intel and Xilinx, the two leaders in FPGA technology, and Napatech has a close and trusted relationship with both of these companies. It's noteworthy that our market has seen consolidation, and I believe this consolidation is a sign of the increasing value of the technology space in which Napatech operates. What impresses me about Napatech is the broad technology expertise it has on its team. Expertise developed over years of leadership. This allows Napatech to create solutions that are needed now in cloud data centers, enterprise data centers, financial services, and 5G. I believe this team has what it takes to continue to succeed now and into the future. Thank you for being here today.
Hello, this is Henry Wasick, Napatech board member since 2017, and I'm based in the San Francisco Bay Area. Prior to joining the Napatech board, my professional experience began in the semiconductor industry and shifted to large-scale systems for global communications, networks, data centers, and then further on to cloud software and services in support of e-commerce. I've been the CEO of 3 successful startups in these areas, and I'm now focused on board and CEO advisory roles. Now on to Napatech, a company that is enabling the leaders in some of the highest growth segments of the technology market to achieve market-beating solutions. Our primary focus is on 5G and related network virtualization solutions, cybersecurity, IoT, and edge computing. Napatech has successfully navigated the accelerating rate of technological change in the move to software-centric versus hardware-centric solutions. Our customers value Napatech's market-leading technology where we consistently are best in class for performance, our dependability as a supplier, and our flexibility in working closely with our technical teams to attain the maximum overall superior solution set. Napatech continues to expand its global reach with marquee customers in Asia, Europe, and North America. We thank all of you, our investors, for your support the past years and look forward to working with you on ever greater success going forward. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Ray Smets, CEO of Napatech, and I would like to join Lars, Howard, and Henry and welcome you all to Napatech's 2021 Capital Markets Day presentation. Although we would love to be in Oslo again this year, we are 100% global and virtual. I'm located in San Francisco this morning, but we have assembled an agenda that spans across multiple continents with video commentary and presentations from our board and management, a key technology partner, multiple customers, and a lead expert industry analyst. I will kick us off with a brief overview of Napatech. Then we're thrilled to have Jim Dworkin, Senior Director of the Cloud Business Unit at Intel's Programmable Solutions Group, to discuss Intel's FPGA business and how it relates to Napatech. We will have video comments from 2 important OEM customers at TOYO Corporation and Axellio, which will then be followed by a presentation by Manoj Sukumaran, Senior Analyst for Data Center Compute at Omdia, who tracks the Ethernet adapter market. Jarrod Siket, Napatech's CMO, will follow Omdia with a more specific perspective of Napatech's product strategy, markets, and how we are building solutions for success. I'll come back to anchor this presentation with an update of how we're building momentum and our reflections on our 3-year aspirations for growth. This is a packed agenda, roughly an hour long, to get our investors and prospective investors current on Napatech. At the end, I will be joined by Jim Dworkin of Intel and Manoj Sukumaran of Omdia, and Heine Thorsgaard, our CFO, and Jarrod, to conduct a live Q&A session. To keep things organized, we'll be holding questions until the end. As you know already, there is a box on the bottom of this webcast presentation to enter questions you might have. I will do my best to make sure we get to as many questions as possible during the Q&A session. So, let's jump in. Napatech has an 18-year history delivering high-performance FPGA-based SmartNiCs. We are one of the innovators in this domain and have maintained an unparalleled reputation leveraging our expertise, accelerating compute-intensive applications on servers. We were founded and based in Denmark with about 90 employees worldwide, and our R&D is completely done stem to stern in Copenhagen. We have 22 patents and patents pending, which, along with the time it takes to build a base of expertise in this domain, provides a high barrier to entry for competitors. And we have a solid financial track record and highly leverageable business model targeting rapidly expanding marketplace, a $2.7 billion programmable NIC market by 2024. We'll get into that in more detail later in this event. Napatech has brought together an enviable list of customers. We have over 200 global customers, and that number is growing every year. And 70% of our revenue from customers is based in the United States. We have 2 types of customers. On the left are examples of our OEM customers, long-standing customers like IBM, Pico, Cisco, and many more, and some newly announced emerging OEMs like Lenovo and Silicom. These are customers who design our product into their products, and they take us to their end user customers. We consider this to be the most highly sought after revenue, given that these relationships tend to be long-term, with revenues lasting 3 to 5 years or even longer. On the right side of this slide are the end user customers, like Facebook, Citadel Securities, Morgan Stanley, Orange, NASA, the US Army, or Novo Nordisk. This type of customer typically buys our SmartNIC solutions for shorter term projects or where certain applications are being deployed on servers in data centers where we have the expertise to accelerate and increase performance. These customers might not buy every quarter, but they do buy for a period of time while their rollouts are happening. Between these two types of customers, the OEM represents 73% of our revenues in 2020, with the balance of 27% of revenues represented by end user customers. This is a good balance for a company like Napatech, and we expect to grow as we expect to grow. We'll grow them together in the coming years. In the middle of this slide are key technology partners. You can see that they are well-known technology leaders, including Intel, Xilinx, and Achronix, who together represent the majority of the FPGA chip makers globally. Napatech is unique in our competitive domain by running on top of all of these FPGA reconfigurable integrated circuit solutions. Additionally, we have partnerships with Arrow for global fulfillment solutions and Dell and HP for bringing our solutions to customers globally. We are proud of the customers we have landed and we maintain, and we add new customers every single quarter as we expand our wins globally. Napatech builds SmartNiCs, which are the devices displayed in the middle of this slide. They are made to easily plug into standard servers, which are now the fundamental building blocks for all networks, clouds, and data centers globally. These SmartNiCs are built with a super powerful reconfigurable microprocessor called an FPGA, which when combined with our software accelerates applications across multiple application segments, such as cybersecurity, monitoring, infrastructure, cloud and edge, and mobile. These application areas require more and more compute power to operate and perform faster and securely. The demand for high-performance compute for these applications creates demand for SmartNiCs. But the key strategic advantage to our success is Napatech's software that runs on these SmartNiCs that delivers the real value to our customers. In terms of hardware, we build these solutions in our contract manufacturer location in the United States, who has expertise working with this kind of technology and helps us maintain our reputation for extremely high reliability. We bring a range of products to our market that spans from $1,500 to over $11,000 per unit, which allows us to maintain our high gross margins of over 70%. We have been working hard to build a history of solid financial performance, and our full year 2020 results added to that history. Our key financial metrics tell a story of good execution in a market that is responding well to our products and solutions. In 2020, our revenues were up 16% year over year. We delivered solid progress on gross margins of 71.5%. Our net cash position was 50.2 million DKK at the end of 2020, and with strong free cash flow of 33.6 million DKK. With these kinds of results, we can deliver solid earnings growth. In 2020, our EBIT was 10.1 million DKK, up from negative 10.1 million DKK from the year before. 2020 represents the best results for Napatech as a public company ever. So now you know about Napatech at a high level. We can now move along to enrich this story. In the next section of our Capital Markets Day, we will have presentations from our top technology partner, Intel, key OEM customers like Axellio and TOYO Corporation, and one of the most respected industry analysts for our marketplace, Omdia. We are very fortunate and we're super thankful to offer them to you for your interest and education about Napatech.
Hello, Team Napatech. Thank you so much for inviting us here at Intel to be a part of your Capital Markets Day 2021. I'm happy to talk to you all about the growing partnership we have between Intel and Napatech. It's super exciting for us. I'm Jim Dworkin, Senior Director and Business Unit Lead within the Cloud and Enterprise Acceleration Division here at Intel PSG. First of all, I would really like to send a heartfelt thank you to Napatech. I've known many of you for a number of years and have always been impressed not only by your extremely high technical acumen and business acumen, but also just the high quality of all of you as people there. It's really been a pleasure to be your partner over the years. So I want to talk about three specific areas of partnership, the first two of which are in flight, and the third one we look forward to for the future. So the first one is the running of the Napatech software solution on the Intel FPGA Programmable Acceleration Card, Intel PAC. The second one is a really exciting new platform that we launched last quarter called the Intel FPGA SmartNIC platform for cloud. And the third one is the Intel Open FPGA Stack, also known as Intel OFS. We think it's important to capture the trends in the data center. And the data center is evolving, and the role of the FPGAs in the future data centers is also evolving. We're going from what is today, what tends to be a node-optimized, homogeneous environment, where a typical server will have the CPUs, tightly coupled memory, local storage, add-in cards for acceleration with GPUs, FPGAs, or other components, and then the network interface. What that's evolving to is a data center which is heterogeneous, disaggregated. You see that in the picture here where we have separate general purpose compute nodes, accelerated compute nodes, storage nodes, memory nodes, and those can be bifurcated into two basic types. One is infrastructure support, the other one is application support. So the FPGA enjoys a role in each of these disaggregated components, where it could be part of the SmartNIC or IPU as the interface, or it could be embedded in any of those technologies within those nodes. For example, in a flash drive, an SSD for computational storage, or embedded with a memory card as a computational memory device. Also, the FPGA could be used as an XPU all on its own to do acceleration. And here at Intel, we invest within our division in both infrastructure and application acceleration technologies and solutions, and you see that in the pyramid on the left. But in order to make that accessible to our customers at the end of the day, we need to build that into platforms, and that's the key to the strategy, to try to make these solutions scale to a higher degree than would be capable by asking the end customers to program the FPGAs at the component level each time. So we come out with platforms and we enable those platforms through Intel and with our partnerships like the one we have with Napatech in order to deliver the applications and services accelerated to the end customers in the cloud. So, speaking of platforms, we have what are called PAC. These are the Intel branded cards for programmable acceleration platforms, and they accelerate many workloads from the edge with smart devices through the access and edge networks, through the core network, and then into the cloud. So we have PACs for different types of workloads. And the goal of the PAC is to provide application performance acceleration at a TCO that's attractive to the end customer. It also delivers versatility. So deploy once, and then you can do your customizations in your data center at the speed of software in a DevOps kind of methodology. So you see at the bottom how we take either Intel branded platforms like Intel FPGA PAC or third-party cards like those that Napatech provides, we have then the stack software layer. And the goal of the stack is to abstract the complexities of the underlying hardware, especially in the FPGA, and bring that up to an API level that is standard, easy to use, customizable, and delivers on that promise of application acceleration. So that as much as possible, we want to offer turnkey acceleration solutions through our partner ecosystem, again, including the strong one we have with Napatech. We also have a platform strategy for infrastructure processing, also known as SmartNiCs. Here you have a picture in the top left of a host CPU with a foundational NIC, and the host CPU is running functions like security, storage, networking, management, and others that consume valuable host CPU cores. And as link speeds increase, the tax of running those applications for the infrastructure on those CPUs increases, to the point where offloading those and accelerating them on the SmartNIC gives an opportunity for the cloud service provider to monetize those cores or run the given application faster and more efficiently. So we have taken a platform approach based on our component wins with the hyperscale cloud service providers. We've created this architecture which pairs a Stratix 10 FPGA along with the Xeon D SoC. Those two combine powerfully on a single full-height half-length card, which is modular, scalable, and flexible, and we call it the Intel FPGA SmartNIC platform. And we're also very happy that Napatech is one of our partners on that platform. So when we come out with a platform, what we do is look to create infrastructure workload acceleration solutions downstream to our end customers, and also to our partners so that they can create the systems, the intellectual property, and provide the solutions in the form of a product for those end customers. So we focus our solutions using FPGAs, Intel Ethernet components, SoCs, and others to make sure that they have the maximum amount of flexibility and programmability at both the hardware and software level. So for infrastructure, for SmartNICs, we are really targeted at the cloud service provider market and the comm service provider market, telco, which includes telco cloud, which is a new and growing market within telco. So very exciting. So we have a platform approach to the market. This is the first one that we've launched that pairs the FPGA with the SoC. And again, very happy to have Napatech along with us as a valued solution partner. This is that platform. It's the Intel FPGA Cloud SmartNIC platform called the C5000X-PL for platform that pairs the Intel Stratix 10 FPGA with the Hewitt Lake D, the Xeon D SoC from Intel. This, as I mentioned previously, is the architecture of the hyperscalers. It matches pretty closely the architecture that has been selected by multiple hyperscale cloud service providers for their SmartNIC needs in their data centers. It is both hardware and software programmable, standard software programming through the SoC tools, compilers, libraries, and stacks that are already optimized for the Intel product. It's hardware programmable through FPGA tools, and that can be done either by the end customer or by the ecosystem partners. It's agile, therefore, with the future in mind. So the idea is to deploy this as a standard-looking NIC form factor into the customer's data centers and standard servers and allow them the ability to customize their workloads, do like the hyperscalers do, and differentiate and gain advantages for their applications that they run. Another exciting area for future partnership between Intel, PSG, and Napatech is around the software stack. We have the new Intel Open FPGA stack that was released last November, and its goal is to address the developer dilemma for software, hardware, and applications. Basically make FPGA-based platforms easier to use and get the most benefit possible out of the FPGA component that is in that platform. This is an open FPGA stack. It is delivered via Git repositories and is source accessible. So this will really allow us to scale our common business faster and to put the game-changing FPGA acceleration technology in front of the end customer in a way that leads to their success and their scaling of their business. So let me again say a big thank you to Napatech. Thank you for inviting us to come in and speak about our growing partnership around the Intel FPGA Programmable Acceleration Pack cards, the Intel FPGA SmartNIC C5000X-PL platform for SmartNIC and future IPUs, and looking forward into the future with solutions based around the Intel Open FPGA stack. It really has been a pleasure working with Napatech over these years, and I look forward to many more years of wonderful partnership.
Hi, my name is Hollis Beal, and I'm the Director of Technical Marketing for Axellio. Axellio addresses the needs of enterprise and government cybersecurity analysts to accelerate intrusion detection and response. Using the Napatech SmartNIC, we developed Packet Express, a high-density 100 gigabit per second packet capture, analysis, and traffic distribution platform with a focus on network detection and response. Napatech's high-performance SmartNIC enabled us to design a product that's taking today's rack-size 100 gigabit per second packet capture and analysis solutions and condensing it into a high-density 3U form factor. By maximizing storage and compute power, Packet Express allows users to also virtualize their security analysis applications directly on our platform. When we were creating Packet Express, Napatech's application programming interface, extensive documentation, and development team gave us the competitive advantage we needed to accelerate our development and provide the capabilities our customers demanded. We're very thankful for the great support from the Napatech developers. We've had many calls with them that not only helped us solve the problems we were facing, but also offered insight on how we can expand the value of our integration. This partnership allowed us to grow successfully into adjacent applications, such as high-volume IoT sensor telemetry data and analytics of high-speed financial market data feeds. With Napatech's help, we built a solution that's unlike anything in the market, and we look forward to building on the success together with the Napatech team going forward. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Shunsuke Takasu. I'm Vice President of Corporate Strategy and Technology in TOYO Corporation, Japan. I started my career as development engineer 40 years ago in TOYO Corporation. As a CTO in 1990s, I had helped the launch of ClearSight Networks, a network management company. And recently, I was also involved in cybersecurity business. Now, I'm responsible for planning the business strategy of the company from a technological perspective. Currently, I'm involved in Synesys, the packet capture business, and the new network monitoring tool, NetEyes product. Synesys is the world's fastest packet capture appliance in 2016, which is able to capture at 100 Gbps without any packet loss. With using our patent on data writing device and method, we also introduced 200 Gbps portable in 2020. And we are working on next generation's packet capture for coming faster network era. As I mentioned, the concept of Synesys is to capture 100% without any loss. But why? Please let me explain why we focus on 100% capture. Our customer is mainly telecom, government, and financial. Telecom customers need to provide the excellent network quality, and thus they cannot miss any loss of packet. While government and financial customers need to record every single packet for forensics. Nowadays, COVID-19, digital transformation, remote working requires us more network reliability. Packet never lie, and 100% capture is base to know what happened in your network. That's why we need to keep this simple concept for synergies. And that's also why we have a partnership with Napatech.
Hello everyone. I'm Manoj Sukumaran, Senior Analyst for Data Center Compute at Omdia, and as a part of my research, I track the Ethernet adapter market and technology disruptions there very closely. The year 2020 was a year like no other, and we saw radical transformations in our personal lives, the way we do business, and in our social interactions. As people and business embrace digital technologies to survive and overcome the challenges created by the pandemic, the demand for computing and cloud services zoomed. The pandemic has created a lasting impact on the day-to-day life of people across the globe and the way business is done. On one side, we have increased demand for cloud services, and computing demands are also increasing with the emergence of artificial intelligence, machine learning, analytics, transaction processing, etc. And the volume and complexity of data is also soaring with increasing number of consumer devices, increased bandwidth and connectivity, emerging edge computing use cases, deployments of sensors and IoT technologies in various industries. But on the other side, CPU technology advancements are struggling to catch up because of the challenges in transistor miniaturization. One of the ways to overcome this challenge and increase compute capacity of server is by using more discrete silicon and sharing the compute workloads. Offloading specific workloads to an accelerator or a coprocessor is an efficient way to increase compute density, and that is where programmable Ethernet adapters like those from Napatech comes to play. Omdia expects by 2024, over 90% of Ethernet adapter ports will have the capability to offload some workloads from CPU, typically like storage, networking, or security functions. And 1/3 of all adapter ports will fall under the category of Programmable Ethernet Adapter or SmartNIC, providing the flexibility for the user to define functions to be offloaded or define custom functions as it provides programmability. These SmartNiCs are expected to be 33% of Ethernet adapter ports shipped by calendar year 2024, which is up from 12% in calendar year 2019. And the revenue is growing at a compounded annual growth rate of 41%, and this will be a $2.6 billion market opportunity by 2024. However, a significant portion of the demand would come from hyperscale cloud service providers like Amazon and Microsoft, who deploys programmable adapters on all their servers and they develop their own hardware and software for it. But the enterprise adoption of SmartNiCs are also going up, and customers in the banking, financial services, and trading industries are deploying programmable adapters to handle the increased network traffic by offloading compliance, forensics, and cybersecurity functions to these adapters. Another booming market segment for programmable adapters are telcos. Telcos are deploying programmable adapters in their virtualized networks for offloading user plane functions, implementing firewalls, ORAN, and other NFV workloads. The availability of suitable and robust software for SmartNiCs are a concern for the enterprise and telco customer segments, and that is actually one of the key advantages vendors like Napatech, who has a robust software portfolio. bigger enterprise software vendors are in early stages of their software development to take advantage of the programmable Ethernet adapters to optimize their workloads. For example, VMware recently announced an initiative to port their virtualization software to run on SmartNiCs. Such initiatives are expected to boost the appeal of programmable adapters among enterprise and telco customer segments. On the hardware side, there are two approaches to develop SmartNiCs. One is using FPGAs like Napatech products, and another using network processors or SoCs. We believe the FPGA-based designs will have a larger customer appeal because of the deterministic latency, efficiency, and flexibility it provides over SoC-based products. It is worth to remember that the disruption in this space is still in the early stages, and use cases, workloads, and standards are just evolving for programmable adapters. FPGAs provides the capability to accommodate these emerging workloads and use cases, as the logic scales can be reprogrammed unlike SoCs. If you look at the market share of programmable NIC vendors, excluding Microsoft and Amazon, who develop their own NICs, Napatech is on third place, and throughout the last few quarters, that position is being maintained. Please note that there are many silicon vendors also listed here, but we have taken only their SmartNIC product revenue and not the silicon revenue here. It is clearly the product leadership which is helping Napatech to compete with other multi-billion-dollar companies and be in the top 3 vendors in terms of revenue market share. To summarize, programmable adapters are a lucrative market segment growing at over 40% CAGR, and Napatech is a vendor I'm closely following as they have the good mix of software and hardware product portfolio to capitalize this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you to the speakers from Intel and Omdia, and the customer testimonials from Axellio and TOYO. I'm Jarrod Siket, our Chief Marketing Officer, speaking with you today from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I'll spend a few minutes sharing with you our perspective on the programmable SmartNIC market and Napatech's opportunity, including our product strategy and the solutions that underpin our growth aspirations. The one thing that's constant is change. That adage is often easily proven in information technology. It's especially notable today as there are several megatrends occurring simultaneously that combined are changing how people communicate and, most importantly to Napatech, the way networks are built to support them. First, 5G telecommunications operators are building new data centers and expanding the number of access points to a massive scale, all to unlock unimaginable new services based on greater bandwidth and lower latency. Second, cloud operators and new edge computing data center operators continue to expand at hyperscale. They're delivering more intelligent, localized, autonomous computing resources for an increasing set of users and applications. Third, the Internet of Things scales to new heights with the invention of devices and sensors spanning personal use, entertainment, quality of life, to factory automation, public safety, connected cities, smart grids, all with new applications powered by machine learning and artificial intelligence. While these megatrends are unique in their own ways, one thing they share in common is the need for a new class of network for the communications infrastructure that underpins their vision. These solutions are moving from technology planning and research to real-world implementations, and it's that transition that defines the great opportunity that lies in front of Napatech. The sum of these new technologies creates a place where there are tens of millions of network servers, billions of connected people, and trillions of devices, machines, and sensors, all powered by a nearly infinite set of applications and services that revolutionize the way we communicate, work, and live. Challenging requirements already existed for user mobility and borderless communications in support of connecting any device at any time from any place, while still preserving the security and data integrity. New trends in working from home have further exaggerated these demands on the network traffic as patterns have shifted and traditional security perimeters have disappeared. In this new world, everything becomes intelligent or smart. Everything is connected. The network endpoints exist at a new massive scale, and the physical network infrastructure must be dynamic, not static. It's dynamic because it has to evolve at the speed of innovation for new protocols, new standards, and for new applications and services to be deployed for revenue, while at the same time protecting against an ever-changing threat landscape. As a result, these new networks are dominated by open, standard computing platforms, and applications and services are deployed as software on standard servers. The exciting impact for Napatech is that every one of these servers needs connectivity in the form of 1, 2, 4, and sometimes upwards of 8 network interface cards. To meet the complete set of these requirements, a new network architecture has emerged for data centers. The networks are transitioning away from expensive, large, proprietary, monolithic, vertically integrated systems. A new method of software-defined networking is being used, where network functions are being disaggregated from the hardware, virtualized, and delivered as software instances on open, standard, low-cost computing platforms. While few things stay the same for very long in high tech, one item that has remained constant was the confidence that designers had that their systems could double in performance and reduce in cost every few years. At a time when Moore's Law is needed most, there is now uncertainty. The cost of transistors are no longer in decline and are actually showing signs of increasing. At the same time, networking throughput is growing exponentially faster than the CPU's capacity to handle it. The cost to build new processors is the highest in history, often making new ventures cost prohibitive. And there are a rare few number of foundry companies that remain to manufacture devices in the latest processing nodes. The hard questions have now become, what does computing look like after Moore's Law? And do the processing limitations of CPUs put all of these visions at risk? To overcome the challenges created by the decline of Moore's Law, a new heterogeneous processing architecture exists, where the most expensive and burdensome workloads are offloaded from the CPUs. This model has been proven to be successful in the past, with GPUs offloading video and graphics processing from the CPU. This same model is now being applied for data, network, and security processing. This results in a world where best-in-breed solutions can interchangeably come together across servers, processors, accelerators, applications, and operating systems in a low-cost manner. Smart Network Interface Cards, or SmartNICs, are now the preferred method to avoid these problems and help advance data center computing as Moore's Law ends while these other megatrends take flight. Programmable SmartNICs are in high demand by network builders everywhere. Engineers that build appliances and servers for original equipment manufacturers are using programmable SmartNICs to power their next generation designs. These highly valued OEMs make up 60 to 70% of Napatech's revenue today and provide a solid foundation for our business in the form of long-term recurring revenue from each design win. End users who build and deploy their own systems are following suit and are the primary driver in the expansion of our total addressable and serviceable market. As a result, modern data center servers powered by programmable SmartNICs can be found in networks of all types today, including cloud and edge service providers, 5G mobile telecommunications companies, Fortune 5000 enterprises, and government and university networks. With Napatech programmable SmartNIC hardware and software, IT operators of every size can mimic the architectures and designs of the largest hyperscale cloud operators who invented these technologies, while themselves achieving all of the benefits of cost and performance with a simple and easy to use out-of-box experience. With more than 200 satisfied customers and having shipped more than 125,000 SmartNIC ports, Napatech has established itself as a leader and the #1 global vendor of FPGA-based SmartNICs. Napatech has also earned a pole position among other NIC vendors who are vying for a piece of this emerging market. And as you've seen earlier today, that NIC market is expected to more than double to $4.8 billion by 2024, where 1 in 3 NICs will be programmable SmartNICs, while making up nearly 55% of the revenue. Programmable SmartNICs are envisioned to power so many servers across these different network types because of the wide range of applications they approve. Perhaps the best example of where programmable SmartNICs are used today is in cybersecurity applications, such as next-generation firewalls, data loss prevention systems, intrusion and detection and prevention systems, and many others. These types of applications best exemplify the types of problems where SmartNICs are needed, because the network speeds are increasing while at the same time the amount of packet processing is expanding because of the constantly evolving threats from cyber criminals. They're also used today to improve 5G mobile applications for infrastructure virtualization, signaling gateways, subscriber authentication, and service delivery. They're used in cloud and edge computing for network and server virtualization and tenant isolation. They're regularly found in financial services markets for high-frequency trading and trading algorithm simulation. And they have a long and proven track record of success in numerous network monitoring, recording, and testing applications. It's at this intersection of network operator types and their applications where an increasing number of servers are being deployed. And it's here that Napatech programmable SmartNICs provide the connectivity to the modern data center. The benefits provided by Napatech programmable SmartNICs start with focus and ends with making the best technology decisions. Napatech is singularly focused on programmable SmartNICs for networking applications. Our success in these areas come from our commitment to field programmable gate arrays as the best processor technology over lesser suited alternatives that include x86-based CPUs, ARM-based SoCs, network processors, ASICs, and other similar devices. Unlike any other alternative, only FPGAs provide the networking performance and device programmability to deliver hardware performance with the speed of software innovation. Today, FPGAs make up more than 70% of the programmable SmartNICs deployed globally, and it's expanding. With the best technology decisions in place, our product strategy is shaped by three key aspects. First, we are application-driven. Our primary focus is on driving investments in software and hardware to align our solutions with the highest volume and fastest growing applications in data centers. Second, we're software focused. The value of Napatech solutions shine through in our software. We deliver production grade, high quality, high performance, and feature rich FPGAs that brings life to FPGA-based programmable SmartNICs. Finally, we're hardware independent. Napatech designs and develops its own family of FPGA-based SmartNIC hardware, but also partners with other leading vendors. We offer solutions that scale connectivity from 1 to 100 gigabits and beyond. And most importantly, Napatech ensures that our software designs deliver the same stunning performance and features across a wide range of FPGAs from industry-leading suppliers. We believe that anywhere an FPGA is deployed inside of a data center to improve networking performance is a home for Napatech software. In success, people buy Napatech SmartNICs because of the performance, rich feature set, and hardware and software programmability. Combined, this makes their applications run faster and their servers operate more efficiently. Our greatest value and most defensible IP is in our SmartNIC software. This is where we're making the most investments in order to make our SmartNICs more valuable to a wider set of the highest growth applications in more network types. With our SmartNIC software, Napatech uniquely delivers upon a full set of operator requirements, including performance. This means line rate networking with ultra-low latency that scales from 25 gigabits to 100 gigabit Ethernet and beyond. Agility is tightly coupled with performance. In a world of software-defined everything, the network must provide hardware performance at the speed of software innovation. This equates to programmability that allows the hardware to evolve as fast as new networking protocols and standards emerge without allowing those changes to degrade performance. Efficiency demands the most valuable and expensive resources within the data center servers. Those central processing units spend most of their time supporting the applications, services, and revenue that they were intended for. We do this by offloading the most burdensome workloads, such as networking, data, and security processing. Economics at this scale cannot be forgotten. A fundamental requirement for minimal costs shifts the design of these networks towards open, standard, and commodity off-the-shelf products. Scalability simply means that the orchestration and management of so many elements at this scale must be done with new methods for automation, configuration, and control. Sustainability is the final component that ensures the network operates as required, but in an environmentally friendly size and power configuration. In summary, programmable SmartNICs were invented in the cloud, and early demand was weighted by the hyperscale cloud operators that built their own hardware and software. But today, an increasing percentage of the future consumption will come from other cloud, telecom, enterprise, and government networks that will capture the same benefits that the hyperscalers enjoy today, but in an open, standard, and easy-to-consume package from commercial vendors like Napatech. As a result, Napatech participates in one of the fastest-growing global markets. Leveraging more than 15 years of unmatched expertise in FPGA SmartNIC design, we're making the software investments to transition our products and solutions to align with modern network architectures and applications. As a result, we've earned the opportunity to win new business from our current customers and new prospects alike. Thank you for your time today. Please allow me to hand things back over to our CEO, Ray Smets, for the final presentation of the day.
I would like to summarize the Napatech opportunity in the last formal section of our Capital Markets Day presentations today and highlight how we're performing against our aspirations for growth. To set context, I thought it would be good to start with a short retrospective about our business over the last few years to give you a sense of where we're at and where we're going. When I joined Napatech in 2018, my mission was to quickly make the needed changes and demonstrate our potential to build a growing and profitable tech business. These changes that we put in place brought us new opportunities, and our team has capitalized on them. We focused on our core competencies with our FPGA software expertise, streamlined our business to create operating leverage, and recommitted ourselves to transparency and building trust. In 2019, we set realistic expectations, and we strived to reach higher by executing a three-pronged strategy for our products that both solidified our core near-term product revenues while investing in new product innovation. As we gained momentum that year, we achieved positive cash flow earlier than promised. What should be evident here is that we have been executing on our aspirational strategy for growth now for a couple of years. Of course, we need to invest in our core products to keep them competitive. And then we needed to invest and bring to market new products and solutions, earning new design wins to get access to greater opportunities in the marketplace and grow revenues. But we didn't stop there. In order to get more access to the greater number of customers in 2021 and beyond, we have been building key partnerships to bring our products into the spotlight and build more momentum towards revenue growth. A recent piano roll of what we believe is very significant news for Napatech has been unveiled so far here in 2021. In summary, our core and new products together, along with new design wins, which add a longer arc of revenue, and new key partnerships with a focus on our newest product solutions, all add up together to momentum that we have to chase in the marketplace, and it's a growing opportunity for our company. We have been working hard, and these headlines are some of the achievements and progress we've been making over the last year. So let me go through them. Firstly, as I presented up front, our 2020 financial performance was solid. On all fronts, on almost every metric, we met and beat our guidance to the capital markets, demonstrating both our product value in the market as well as our ability to deliver as expected and promised. Let me highlight some of the latest announcements on the partnership front. Our recently announced partnership with Lenovo is very, very important to note, as it signals an important turning point for Napatech. Lenovo is a top 3 server maker with long and deep relationships with the kinds of customers we want to get access to that aren't so easy to get access to sometimes. In this partnership, which has been worked in progress really for over a year, brings our latest solution focused on virtual networking to the marketplace. We will be delivering Lenovo-branded SmartNICs based on Napatech's 25 and 100 gigabit per second solutions running our newest link virtualization SmartNIC software designed to accelerate apps and services meeting the most demanding virtual requirements of 5G mobile telecom operators and cloud service providers. Starting with 5G telecom and cloud data center operators in the Greater China market, Lenovo together with Napatech plans to extend the SmartNIC solutions globally to the world's top network operators. Napatech estimates that the revenue potential of this design win to exceed 10 million over the life of the product. Of course, we'll do as best as we can to exceed that. But our customer orders probably will not begin until late 2021 and will ramp into 2022 and beyond. Another key and important partnership to note is the one we just announced last week with Silicom, a well-respected industry leading provider of high-performance networking and data infrastructure solutions, and they're based in Israel. Napatech software will power the Silicom SmartNIC, which is based on the Intel's FPGA SmartNIC reference design. Very important point. To be clear, this is a partnership that brings the Napatech software combined with the Silicom leading FPGA SmartNIC to the marketplace. Napatech's link virtualization software and Silicom's Intel FPGA-based SmartNIC provides a unique and compelling choice for server connectivity to modern data center operators with benefits of increased performance, the speed and agility benefits of the FPGA, greater benefits around efficiency and security, and improved data center economics. We are super excited about this partnership with our friends at Silicom, and we'll work hard to help Silicom win new deals, which is a win-win for both companies. So look forward to that one. To top off our year of progress, we've made great strides in winning new design wins with both existing and new companies. Some are shown here on this slide, along with others that are not permitted to be shown. These are new design wins that span our product lines and offer us a long arc of revenue from these engagements. And as we announced in the mid-2020 timeframe, we punctuated that with a key new financial technology design win that we're making to show that we're making great strides in the financial technology marketplace. The new design win was with a global financial services trading firm specializing in proprietary, high-frequency, and algorithmic trading with data centers in major financial hubs in the US, Europe, and Asia. This growing group of customers is buying our products to accelerate applications within their data centers and to improve trading behavior that maximizes revenue and de-risks their transactions, all while strengthening the security of the data in flight across the trading networks. We know how speed and accuracy and performance matters to trading firms trying to squeeze every nanosecond of time from the trading process, which when done right, adds huge value to these kinds of customers. Industry analysts have reported an uptick in SmartNIC demand in the segment, and we'll work to capitalize on that growth the best we can. Napatech has a clear view of how we wish to grow our business. The graphic on the left side is a little complicated, but it shows how we stack up from our hardware and software product line through to our target markets. Each of these levels in the chart have their own strategy and plans of how we are bringing our hardware and software solution to end user customers in the cloud and data centers, service providers, enterprises, and government agencies, and solving problems across multiple application segments in cybersecurity, network monitoring, infrastructure, cloud and edge, mobile, and financial technology. In a nutshell, we exist to improve performance of applications that run on servers. Our plan for growth is to focus on our product strategy. We've talked about it before as our three-pronged product strategy, but let me re-articulate it. We will expand our core product revenues with new competitive features. We'll grow new product revenues with active inline features to access the firewall market that's out there for us to take. And we will gain traction in fast-growing virtual use cases with an addressable market needing apps deployed as a virtual instance on a virtual machine, such as in 5G mobile or cloud and edge. This multi-pronged approach assures we are building new revenues on a solid foundation and core expertise, while enthusiastically building new revenues in areas where we think we can win. 2020 was all about earning a path to the next level of growth. We have momentum with building best-in-class FPGA-based SmartNICs and software, solving real-world problems, accelerating applications, and growing market segments like networking and security, 5G mobile, cloud and edge, and financial services. We help make networks faster and are making servers more powerful while reducing our customers' data center costs. All of this is real value for customers solving problems today. And with this momentum, the future does look bright. Our solid core product momentum that we have demonstrated creates a stable foundation for growth, driving healthy cash flow to keep up with the investments in product innovation. Then our success in creating new revenues from our new product initiatives show how we will increase our potential to win. New important and key design wins and gaining traction with new partnerships, as we have revealed over the last few months, will truly move the needle in significant ways when we get to the market with them. We have earned a path to the next level, but the work really has just begun. We have a lot of work to do and it won't come easy, but we remain committed to make as good of an effort as we can to bring Napatech into the center of the spotlight where we can to make a big impact. We presented our guidance in our interim management report on the 27th of February, so we won't go through this in detail today here in Capital Markets Day, but we do expect 2021 will be another year of building momentum and growth. We said that we would expect revenue in US dollars to be in the range of $35 million to $38 million, reflecting growth rates from 17.8% to 29.1%. We expect strong gross margins to be between 70 and 72%, and we will keep costs in check and expect resulting cash and earnings to be positive. With performance in the middle of the guided ranges, we expect EBITDA and EBIT to be 26.2 million DKK. Finally, I would like to provide our capital markets an update to our three-prong aspirations we communicated in 2019 for the period of 2020 through 2021, and give you a sense of where we aspire to bring our growth rates in 2022 and beyond. Overall, we are in line and on track with the aspirations we communicated in the last Capital Markets Day. First, let's start with our revenue CAGR for 2020 through 2022. We communicated that this would be between 20 and 30%. We are on track for achieving the aspiration for growth that this brings over this period, and we expect that the CAGR for 2020 through 2021 will be greater than 20% by the end of 2021, which puts us in line with these aspirations. We also aspire to a yearly growth of 30% or more from 2022 and onwards, and we're getting there. Our margins are on track with our expected aspirations, and continue to expect they will be around 70%. As we develop our plans for growth with large OEMs, end users, and software-only channels to the market, even with greater volume, we feel that this is a good gross margin result for Napatech. Our operating costs CAGR for 2020 through 2022 are coming in quite positively over the 2020 to 2022 period. We expect to be at 2% CAGR by the end of 2021, and we will stay on track in 2020 through 2022. This gives us significant room for investing in our business to unlock the growth we want to achieve. To provide our aspirations for a revenue mix to shift towards software-only revenue, which requires us to increase sales of our software on hardware made by other companies. And we believe we're making progress. The work we've done with Intel over the last few years, where our core packet capture software runs on the Intel packet acceleration card, was our starting point. Our announcement about our partnership with Silicom is part of this evolution. So you can see that this aspiration is emerging, and the focus on unlocking this mix shift towards software only is beginning to move in the right direction. So let's bring this to a close, and let's move on to the Q&A. We know that our investors are looking for growth companies that will deliver results for years to come. We are working to be that kind of company. As a demonstration of that progress, we have emerged and delivered a combination of stability, growth, positive cash flow, and positive earnings. We believe that the market we serve provides the headroom we need to grow, and we will see some exciting times as this market matures and expands. We will make investments to bring our most innovative solutions to the market and win new customers and design wins. And we have worked hard to put these new partnerships in place and expect that these will get us access to more customers. And we always strive to give you a realistic view of what we can achieve, and then we're committed to go find a way to beat it. So it's time to move on to the Q&A session. I'd like to ask Jim Dworkin of Intel, Manoj Sukumaran of Omdia, Heine Thorsgaard, our CFO, and Jarrod to join me to conduct a live Q&A session. We'll try to do this on Teams with all of us together. We'll see how it works. As a reminder, there is a box below the webcast presentation to enter questions you might have. We have questions in queue already, so we can start with the first one. I will do my best to make sure we cover as many of these questions as possible as we get into the Q&A session. So let's go ahead and give it a try.